This Green Hunter deck is one of the strongest right out the gate for Union Arena. Why is that? Well, let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Mobby here, and today I'm going to give you my full personalized deck list for this Green Hunter deck that revolves around Kurapika. Make sure to like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. I upload daily duels and deck profiles for different anime TCGs. Alright, here we go. Welcome guys. These are the current action points that I'm using. We're going to talk about every single card and talk about the strengths and why this deck is good and its weaknesses. So here we go. This is Neto. Really quick, as mentioned, this is Kurapika. The whole game plan is to ramp up to at least 7 and try to just use as many as the really good value cards to snipe and just totally demolish other characters on the field, along with strong impact keywords. So here we go. So we're running 10 zero-cost cards. This one's Neto. We're running 2 Netos in here. This is a really good card. The when play is decent to give somebody 1000 BP, but it's primarily here for the early game 0 and of course the amazing plus active 3000 trigger. So whenever you're running multiple of these active 3000s, you want to have as many characters on the field as possible. You know how it goes. Maybe let one attack go through, maybe, and then, you know, hopefully if they have multiple attacks, and then you can plus 1000 and just kind of be protected by that. So next up we have a Zippile. This one synergizes with the deck pretty well. In this deck, you're really searching for just a lot of key Kurapika pieces. So this is it. This is one of them that helps. So this is early 0 cost. When played, you draw one and then you trash one. It really helps you sift out. This deck doesn't have anything to do with things in the discard pile, but it's, you know, once again, it's good for sifting. And the effect is draw a card or the trigger. Now for the last 0 cost of the deck, this is Kurapika. This is a really basic card with no effect because this is your only raid card of the deck, or raid character of the deck, Kurapika. So the trigger is get add this to your hand, really basic 1500. Okay, now we'll move on to the 1 cost. In this deck, you're going to see a lot of mana 2+ generators because this is a high ramp deck. This is Yugioh. When played, you have to bounce 1 back. That's 1 or less. So he has to bounce back just anything here. So there's 10 cards that Yugioh can bounce back and kind of should bounce back. Otherwise, he bounces himself back. Technically, you can bounce Yugioh himself back, but then there's no point doing that. Alright, then we have Neto. This is another 2+ energy generator, only 1 active, and it is not a terrible body. If you have a lot of key pieces, like let's say you somehow got a lot of early Yugiohs and you bounce stuff back, Neto is really good for just leaving in the back line, and once you're going to have more stuff moving to the front line, 2500 is not terrible at all, just for basic attacking. It's just a really strong card overall. Next off, we have this Kurapika. This is a promo version. This is a promo card. So this is a 2 cost, 1 action. If a character with 5000 or more BP is on your field, this character gains impact just for that time that the 5000 character is on the field. So there are characters in here that are 4000. There is a card here that's 5000, and there's ways to get to 5000. There's an event here that lets you get to 5000, and of course you have the Netos here, which can help you get to 5000. So I guess if you want, you can go ahead and, you know, mess with a little bit of the ratios here, maybe less Zippiles, more Netos, so you can kind of get that 5000. So if you get multiple of these on the field, you have potentially really strong impact. 3000 is decent for 2 as well. This is just a really good card, and of course the trigger is active 3000, which is just an amazing trigger. So yeah, if you can kind of get your hands on these are really good cards to put in. Next off, we are moving on to our 3 costs. This is Boso. This is yet another 2 cost generator, but this is a very useful one. It's a 3 cost, however, it has step, meaning during your movement phase, if this is on the front line, you can move it back. If your back line is filled, you can go ahead and switch them around. So you have a lot of versatility here in terms of like, when do you want him on the front line to attack, defend? Okay, I need to raid on a Kurapika, I'm going to move him up, so this guy's going to go in the back line. You know, it's just a really, really strong card. And once again, active 3000. This deck is crazy with triggers. So really strong card, really good for the deck. Next off, we have another +2 mana generator. This, as mentioned, there's a lot in here. You kind of need it, especially with the 7 drops and the 5 drops in this deck. So this is Kurapika from set 1. This is 3 cost here. So the ability is if you have 6 or more energy, this character gains 1000. It's not the craziest effect, but you're primarily going to leave it in the back line and throw it up when needed. So this is usually back line, and then all of a sudden, boom, you can raid on it. You need to throw them to the, you need to throw them up. But yeah, if you're usually gonna have 6 BP as well, so this will be a 4000 character, potential 5000, potential buffed up, and then the other Kurapika back here can get impact, etc. So it's anything that's like 2 generators and 3000. It's versatile, really good, not just a support card. Now for your 4 finals of the deck, it's just Hunter's License. Activate on 3, choose 2 APs, and bring them to active. Final, if this is the last card chosen, you heal 1. Nothing special here. No synergies, just a deck, just a card. All right, this is Killua Zoldyck. This is from set 1 as well. 5 cost, so this one really is, it's a good card to put in because you're high ramping for the Kurapikas. So this is action 2 though. Pretty expensive, but the ability is great. Choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line with a BP equal to or less than BP of another character that you have on the field and sideline it. So unfortunately, you can't choose Kurapika himself. If there's another Kurapika, you can choose that. But yeah, you have these Kurapikas, which is 3000, potential 4000, 3000 straight out Boshos, etc. And you can KO a lot of good stuff in here. So this is a good card to put in a lot of Hunter decks right now. Okay, next off, we have a 5-drop Kurapika here. This is your 4 color of the deck. This is 5 costs for 1 action. If you have 6 or more energy generation, gains impact. You're going to have that quite a lot with this deck. That's the goal. Then on played, and then later on when you attack with it, look at the top card, place it at the top or bottom. Once again, with that Zippile at the very beginning, it's all about sifting and finding those key pieces. You usually want to get like at least 1 or 2 Killuas for the sidelining effects, but you primarily want just like once you're able to play this, you usually have the energy that you need, so you're probably going to be searching for more of your late game cards to just completely destroy and win the game. The color trigger here is play a green character with 2 or less than 1 AP from your hand active onto the field. This is good because it's active, 2 or less, frontline or backline. You're able to play some, some of your other Kurapikas, more active generators just in case. Solid card. You don't run a Kurapika deck without this one. Now for another 5 costs. Emperor Time, Absolute Mastery. This is your 4 specials of the deck, and this is interesting because this special is a 5 cost. It's very high compared to all of the other specials that you can get right now. So choose 1 character on your field. It gains 3000, and when this character wins a battle, you get to draw a card. Until the end of the turn, if it's Kurapika, it also gains Snipe. So this is a very interesting card. A lot of specials in Union Arena simply have to, usually a 3 cost, a 4 cost, KO straight out a 3000 character, a 5000 character. This one does not do that. You have to have a Kurapika on the field for this to gain the really good effect. Sure, you can give anybody Snipe and when they win, but it's not guaranteed that your opponent is going to block to get hits. So you put on a Kurapika with impact. This Kurapika, you snipe with the Kurapika, and then boom, they're gonna go ahead and lose a life while taking a character out. This is a very good card for this Kurapika, but I think one of the best, like really cheap ones to use is this Kurapika. If this is 5000 or more, which is 3000, you put Emperor Time, Absolute Mastery, 6000 easy snipe. Such a good card to put it on. And of course, the sideline is simply choose a frontline opponent character and sideline it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, time for the last card of the deck. This is a 7-drop Kurapika. This is where your whole game plan revolves around everything here. You have your Emperor Time, you have your Killua. It's all good for just destroying stuff. But this one here, holy crap, this is your only raid card of the deck. So there's a lot of Kurapikas in here to raid upon. If you ever find these with your Zippiles and stuff, you keep it because these are really hard to find in the deck. All right, so 7 costs, 1 action, raid on Kurapika. Always has impact. Then when played, you choose up to one of the following. You can rest a frontline character, or this character gains snipe. Now, you're usually not going to use the front one unless your character has like a 6000 or something BP on the field. You're usually going to give yourself snipe, and then you're going to go ahead and take out one of their characters with impact, etc. This is a 5,000 character. Not a lot of like specials can KO straight out 5,000 unless they have their extra ability on. So this might stay on the field a little bit longer. But yeah, it's a huge setup to get there. But you know, even if that is a huge setup of 7, you have a lot of cards that are 5 anyway that you really need to get on there. So that's the Kurapika deck. It's all about ramping to the very end as far as you can. You have some really good 5 costs with the Killua in here. And then pretty much, you know, these are deceptively strong. This one gets 1,000. This is a 4,000 for 3 with energy. It's deceptively strong. And also your Boshos are good for moving around and stepping. It's just a good deck overall. So guys, that is this is my current Kurapika deck. I haven't really looked up any tournament decks. I really don't want to look up any Union Arena tournament decks because, you know, this game is so free flowy with the ways that you make the deck anyway. I just don't want to be influenced at all. So this is just what I've been making. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys like it. And yeah, more deck profiles and duels on the way. Once again, please help out the channel by liking and subbing. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.